All right, welcome to this video. Today we are going to be talking about setting up your Bambora bank accounts, and specifically for those that are moving from eCheck or checkbook to Bambora, which is our new payment processing. All right, a couple of things to start us off with. Some of the advantages of moving to Bambora: there is no verification with those micro deposits. So for those that have already used eCheck, you will notice that you had to have those micro deposits deposited into that bank account within 2 to 3 business days, and then you had to put those back in to verify the account before anything could be done with it. There is no micro deposit verification within this, and that really is beneficial for your tenants as well. So when your tenants log in to their app or their portal and they're adding their bank account or credit card for the first time, they can make a payment the same day. There are no deposits required, micro deposits for verification, so there's no time waiting period that you have to do before they can make payments to your accounts. Okay. Now, another quick note is there are 2 types of accounts that we will be talking about today. It's going to be your main Bambora, or you can have one account or multiple. That is going to be the ones that have funds directly deposited into those. So normally rent payments directly deposited into an account. You can have multiples, but the other ones are going to be, you're going to see a type called manual. Those are going to be anything other than that account. So if you have an owner account that you need to pay the owner, tenant accounts are also under manual category. So again, your main Bambora accounts, again, we'll be talking about both of those, is anything that has funds, specifically rent, deposited directly into it. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and go to accounting on the left-hand side. And we're going to click on chart of accounts over here on the right. From there, we're going to click on new at the top right-hand corner. And then we're going to choose the bank account, or bank as the account type, and then our account name. Okay, we'll just name it that for right now. Now this is what I was talking about. So Bambora is going to be, again, anything that has funds directly deposited into it, normally from the tenant. Manual payment is anything except that. So owner accounts, tenant accounts, vendor accounts, that kind of thing. All right, so we're going to start with Bambora. We're going to choose that. This is going to be our subscriber account, and it pulls in our subscriber name, and we're going to click continue. Now, this first page is the customer information. All right, so this is going to be any information about the owner of the account, an individual person. All right, so we're going to put in my name here, and then we're going to leave that email. We'll put in our phone number there, social security number. Now this again is for the account owner, but this is going to be used as fraud protection for credit card transactions. So this is actually only required if you plan on allowing credit card payments from your tenants. All right. If not, you can put it all ones, but if you do plan on processing credit cards, you'll need to put in the social security of the account owner. So right now, I'm just going to put in all ones for now. We're going to put in a date of birth. We'll just make something up here. All right. And position, we will say administrator. All right. Now, this address pulls in from your subscriber page. If this is incorrect, you can use the Google address lookup. That is the most accurate to pull in that information. So now we're going to click next here. This next page is the company information. So this is going to be everything about your property management company. All right. Now, you will notice my name is a little bit too long, and you wouldn't notice that until we click next, but I'm going to leave that to show you what that alerts us. So we're going to do, let's say, as a sole proprietorship, we'll say, okay, company start date. This EIN number for your company, you do have the option of doing Social Security, but for company, of course, we're going to require or suggest, excuse me, the tax ID. So we'll do, all right. And website URL is optional. Again, my address pulled in, but if it needs to be corrected, you can put in the Google address lookup. All right. And we're going to click next here. This is what I was referring to. Business name is not valid. It's a little bit too long. All right, so I'm going to shorten that by just doing CS. And then we're going to click next. Now, for the income estimates, this is how much you plan on processing specifically with rents for this specific bank account. All right, so, and this can be a very general average, doesn't have to be specific. So let's say I plan on processing I don't know, 90,000 within a year. When I tab off of that, it is going to average about what I plan on processing a month, all right? And then the expected maximum, let's say 120. Okay, now this business category does default here. This is the one that we suggest to leave. It's the most like property management. Average time for deposits, you'll do 0 to 7 days, and I know I'll get some questions on this. So from the time of the payment to the time of the deposit is around 4 to 5 business days. Okay, are you seasonal? We're going to say no, and then in the service description, we're just going to put property management here. And I'm going to click next. Now this is the identity section. We suggest using government issued photo ID of the account owner and then a bank statement. This is going to expedite the process of verifying your bank account. All right. Now if you don't have these, as soon as you're filling this information out, you can say that you will upload photos of ID later. All right, and then we're going to click next here. Now this is the actual account information. So name on the account, we'll do CS again. We're going to put in our routing number. And then based on the routing number, it will populate the bank. And then I'm just going to put a number here. All right. Now, once we've got that information in, we'll click next, and then we are onto the last page. So this is our member list. You will need at least one person, normally the account owner, but if this is a business account, you can just put your name if you're the main one of the property management company. So we're going to click this plus sign right up here to add a director or a person. And I'm just going to put my name here. Okay, it does pull in the information from that first contact page. So like I said, I do suggest putting in the owner, but if not, you can change this information to make it being pertaining to this person up here. So now we're going to click Save, accept the terms and conditions, and we're going to click Submit. All right, so that is the full process of adding a bank account for receiving rents. This verification process takes 1 to 2 business days. There is nothing else you need to do except for if you have these little IDs over here, this missing documents. This is going to alert you if you're missing anything. This is my ID and my bank statement that I have yet to put in. Once I have that information, all I have to do is go to Accounting, Chart of Accounts, and click this right here. And it'll bring me right back to that page so I can upload those forms of ID and my application can be completed and submitted. Okay, now again, I want to cover how to add other accounts, so owners and things like that. And again, I know I'll get a question on this too. Will my accounts need to be re-added? They will. However, since there's no verification, it is as simple as adding the bank accounts here and you are done. All right, now this verification right here for the Bambora deposit accounts does take 2 to 3 business days. However, once this is approved, I could add an owner account that I need to pay, and I can pay them the same day. I do not have to verify that owner's bank account. All right, so for that one, all I have to do is click New. I'm going to kind of walk through some of the similar steps, and we'll say that my owner is Mickey Mouse. So we'll put that in there. This is where we're going to choose manual payment. So we'll do manual payment. We'll do owner. We're going to pick our owner from the drop down here. And I'll just do my name for now since Mickey Mouse isn't actually listed in there. And we'll click continue. The only thing required on this page is the name on the account, routing, account numbers, and the account type. All right, once you've done that, you can mark that it's default and save. And again, you can pay the owner once your main Bambora account is verified. You can pay them the same day that this is added. This is the same way with tenants. They will see a very similar screen when they're adding their bank account. All they have to put in is this information listed here and save, and they can use that account to pay right away. So I hope that helps. You are, of course, welcome to email support@propertyzar.com with any questions regarding adding these new bank accounts, and we will talk soon.